Let Lita take you on a journey of faith, life, travel, and interior design. Take your life out of the status quo. Status Life with Lita is brought to you by Status Home Design and the shops at Status, and by the law office of Derek M. Hayes at 404-777-HURT.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Status Life with Lita on Business RadioX. We are broadcasting live from the Subaru of Gwinnett studio in the Sonesta Gwinnett Place Atlanta Hotel. Lita has over 20 years working as an interior designer. She's now a full-fledged lifestyle expert, podcaster, and blogger. Status Life with Lita will take you on a journey of faith, life, travel, and interior design. Lita's mission is to bring her knowledge and fun teaching ability to help each of us design a life we love. My name is Derek Hayes. I'm the host of the show, and it's my honor and pleasure to introduce the star of the show, Miss Lita Brooks.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Lita.
Hi.
Well,
Hi. You're great.
Yes, I am.
From ear to ear.
Because I know what we're going to start with today. But before we do, a quick reminder that Status Life with Lita is brought to you by Status Home Design, your one-stop shop for all your home and gift needs, the Status Market, your online shopping experience, and the law office of Derek M. Hayes. Injured in Georgia? Make the right call to the law office of Derek M. Hayes at 404-777-HURT. Okay, back to the grin.
Back to the grin.
Well, do you want to share the news?
We have big news. Yes, we got engaged, everyone. Yay.
And she said yes.
She said yes. I was waiting, patiently waiting.
Well, I was looking for the opportune time.
That's right. And it was perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we're both sort of sitting on cloud nine right now. It just happened. We're taping the show on a Wednesday here in studio, and we were just engaged on Saturday night. Sorry.
Well, that's all right. Yes. Do you want to tell the story?
Yes, of course, because our listeners, if you guys are here with us, right, obviously, I think people are invested. The whole premise of today's show is listener questions. And so thank you, which means you guys are listening and you're a part of the show and you're a part of us. So I think this story is very relevant to the podcast. So I think we should share it. I think we should tell it. Okay. Do you want to do some background? Like, do you, as far as, because it's the funny part, like, how did this come to be on Saturday night?
Yes, I can. Of course, I intended to do this for quite some time. This background.
It's what's coming.
Yes, it is. But I intended to do this for quite some time. I've known for a long time that I was going to. But as I said, I was looking for the opportune time to begin the music. So with that being said, I had purchased the ring some time ago and knew that we were going to be going to a combined birthday dinner for you and one of your best friends on Saturday evening to a place that I kind of leaned towards heavily when the planning was going on so that hopefully everybody else would agree. It's a place called Cotton Calf that's here in Metro Atlanta. It's a place that you and I went to for our first official date. We had a brunch there on a Sunday and sat and chatted for a long time. And then we went to a wine tasting that afternoon after we were done. Mm-hmm. We sat on the patio at Cotton Calf, and so that place was kind of near and dear to our relationship, and that's where we decided to go to dinner on Saturday night for your birthday. And with that being said, we also had a lot of your friends there, and I wanted them to be part of this because we're very close with friends, and we travel. We spend a lot of time with them, and they've been an integral part of our relationship since day one, so it was important that they be part of this as well. And so with everybody there, after dinner, which was going to be just a birthday dinner, I saw the chance and had everybody kind of in on it at the very last minute. They didn't know. You'd gone to the restroom, and I pulled the ring out. And didn't show them the ring, but I showed them the box and said, when she comes back out, I need you all to get her to come stand by the fireplace so that it's an outdoor fireplace so that she thinks we're just taking birthday pictures. And so you did. You came out. You and I stood there. Everybody was taking pictures, but what you didn't know is they were also recording video because after what we thought was going to be the last picture, I took a knee and proposed in that moment.
Oh, that's where I kind of came into the picture. I was inside, and I ran into other friends inside, and I was at their table, and I was just chit-chatting away.
Yeah, we were waiting and waiting
and waiting
for you to come back out.
No idea. A dear friend of mine was inside, and anyway, I came out, and everyone kept going, come on, like you were waiting for this picture. And so the moment was, we were taking pictures, and then you got down, and I was so surprised. And I don't think in life I was surprised we got engaged. I was just surprised in that moment. And everyone, of course, the number one question is, did you know? No, I did not know. I truly did not know. There is difference in hoping and knowing. And I wanted to know. I had done my fair share of snooping to try to find out. I had looked in this one dresser in your closet. I was like, I was looking for a receipt. I was looking for some indication. I genuinely don't like surprises. That they really bother me. I think it's type A. I can be very controlling. And I hate to say that with a cringe. Yes. I don't like to get the wool pulled out from under me. I think sometimes when that happens and you have expectations, and I do struggle with this. We could probably do a whole show on not having expectations, but I do, and it is something I struggle with. And I get disappointed a lot. And you want everything to go perfectly, so you want to control it. But this was something that I kept saying, what did I say to you? Just if you, and I was talking about the birthday. I didn't know the engagement was coming. I was saying, who's coming to the dinner? What's happening?
Oh yeah, where are we going?
What are the plans?
What time's the
What am I
reservation?
supposed to be doing? Right. And for the whole week, and you just definitely went over and above on everything that happened last week, and I appreciate it for my birthday. But at one point you said, I got it. You gotta let me have it. I've got this. And you sure did.
Not knowing that the proposal was coming, but I was trying to say, just please let me
let you have it. Yes.
You just go with the flow.
So I had looked only in the top 3 drawers of that dresser, and it was in the bottom. So had I kept going, I might have found it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't supposed to, and I'm so glad I didn't.
But I also kind of anticipated a little bit of that. So it stayed, the ring stayed locked in my safe at my office.
That's good.
For
keep it away.
A few weeks before the actual moment.
Right.
So on the Friday, the last day of work, of course, for the weekend, I brought it home, and that's when I hid it in the exact same dresser that you were looking through. Yeah. But thankfully, you didn't go far enough.
No, I didn't.
And I didn't tell a soul. I know that you know this, but I didn't tell a single person that was going to be the night that I was going to ask until that morning, Saturday morning. Your parents had spent the night with us for your birthday on Thursday, and then Friday night. And I pulled them aside. You had gone to run an errand, and I took advantage of the chance, and I officially did the old school way of asking permission and asking for their blessing. And both of them said yes. Your dad said, why would you do that? No,
he might have. He's kind of like that.
He said, welcome to the family, followed up by what if she says no? And
see, he was trying to be funny.
But they again gave their blessing and said absolutely. And so the next person I told actually were my kids. My son was in the basement there at the house, and I went to his room and chatted with him and called my daughter, and both of them asked if they could be there. They wanted to be a part of it. They're 19 and 22 years old, and so they understand the significance of a proposal. And so absolutely, yeah, come on. And the funny thing is they hid behind the bushes. We were outside on the patio, and they were hiding in the bushes waiting for you to come out of the bathroom for me to be able to propose. So
yeah.
They'd been hiding there for a few minutes. And
I love that.
At that
I was
moment, they came
so
running
surprised when you said, my kids are here, and I turned. Oh, it was so sweet. That was so sweet. And it was perfect. Everything
and
about
it was caught on video.
I really, truly am glad you had our friends there, because what a celebration. And if you're listening to this and you're not engaged yet and you're going, oh, gee, I want, or if I could do it again, or I'm divorced. And we speak to a lot of people in that regard because of people that have followed our series on blending and just all the things that we go through in our life and this stage in our life and finding love for the second time. I know that's a lot of our listeners. And I highly, highly recommend not doing and again, it's everybody's engagement. You do it how you want to do it, right? But having that celebration made it that much more special.
Oh, yeah.
Had it just been the two of us, yes, it would have been wonderful. But then
you're just on the phone the rest of the night.
And the cheers and the crying and everyone was hugging and your kids were there. It was just this big, huge, amazing celebration. And I would not have changed that or done anything different.
Right. And then after we were through there at the restaurant, we went to a, what would you call it? A wine patio?
It's
kind of a restaurant.
I don't know if it's a full restaurant. They do tapas. Not topless, but tapas, right? It's wonderful. They have a covered patio with the draping lights and live music on the patio. And so we had a reservation there at 8:30. So it's called Blake's. It's in Brazelton, Georgia. Mr. Ron Blake has become a dear friend, and actually most of the furniture inside of Blake's has come from my store, Status, which I love. Give Blake's a prop. If you're here in Atlanta and you want a really fun night, definitely check that out. So we had gone there, and that was really fun to tell Mr. Blake that that had just happened, and to have the second part of the celebration on his patio.
That's right. So we sat out there with all of our friends and enjoyed the rest of the evening.
Yes, we did.
Which was very nice.
Yes, we did.
So now
very exciting.
The next part came on Sunday when you told me that you picked up a bride's magazine. Or was it Monday?
Oh, that was yesterday.
Yesterday, okay.
No, that did not. And I think we should talk about this because we did such an extensive series on blending. So we explained the part of the story with your kids, but the part of the story with my kids, again, they're younger. My daughter's 9, my son is 12. They didn't know. And we held this off of social media specifically to tell them, but that's relevant. This goes back to the last 3-part series. Okay, so you take it from here.
Well, again, when you're blending, it's not just marrying you, but it's also to blending families, and it's a commitment to you, but also to your kids. Likewise, from you to my kids, and so. With 19 and 22-year-olds, they understand that.
Right. Completely different phase.
Right. But with a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old, sometimes that doesn't really necessarily set in completely.
Let me just put in a little interjection here. 19 and 22, to have them there, to have them in tears, to have them embrace me, go back and listen to the last series, because that was a lot of hard work. Derek raised these kids by himself into adulthood. So to have them embrace me in the new stepmom role, that's huge. I mean, it was just you and Libby with Matthew, but as dad and daughter, that is a bond that is very, very, very strong and very, very, very important. And so to bring another female into that, it's important. It's very important. And again, we did a show on how to do it right and what to do to make sure you don't do it wrong.
Right. And when you said it was a tearful moment, let's make clear. It was a joyful, tearful moment.
Oh, my gosh.
Tears of
yes,
joy.
That's what I
time.
meant. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, all of us were just, yes.
And embracing and just in that moment, just incredible feeling, a euphoric feeling.
Right. But again, it took years to get to there. Not that she and I ever started out on the wrong foot. That is not the point. I'm just saying the patience, going slow, always putting her first, that kind of thing. Yeah. Building a relationship with her separate from building a relationship with you, because if she only saw me connected to you, that would have been really hard for her. Sure. But I built my own relationship with her. So.
And she loves and respects you and looks up to you. And likewise, so does Matthew. So it was great for them, again, to be part of it. But again, 19 and 22-year-olds, they can understand the significance of a proposal, but a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old don't.
Right.
And so we, as you said, kept it off social media. They'd been with their dad for the weekend, and the fear was that if something was posted, word would out, and they would find out, and it would spoil the surprise. So on Sunday, before they came back, we took an opportunity to go find a little ring for your 9-year-old daughter.
We did.
And the purpose of that was to have me give that to her symbolically, that, again, it's a blending of families, and this truly meant we were now going to be connected. And just like I've made the vow to you, I've made the promise to them to be there for them and love them and take care of them. And so we got a ring, and when they came home, we sat them down on the couch and told them we had a surprise for them. And I think they tried to guess, but they were not guessing right. And so then just like I had knelt for you, I knelt down for her, and I just explained to her that you and I'd gotten engaged, and that like I'd given you a ring, I was giving her a ring, a symbolic token of love and appreciation, and the understanding that I'm not just marrying you, that I'm going to now be in their life for the rest of their life. So it was a very sweet moment. I know you caught it on video.
Oh, but her reaction, so sweet. She was very stunned, as I was in the moment. And she immediately started crying. Those tears of happiness
right.
and just an outpouring of love. And you were kneeling and she was on the couch, and she just jumped in your arms and just cried and cried and cried. And she loved the ring, and it just was a very, very beautiful moment.
And
so
she, before I could even say it, she said, "I love you."
Yeah.
And it was just, again, a very sweet moment. And then after she found out that we had the entire proposal on video, how many times did she sit on the couch?
As many as she could. She
took
just
your
watched it
phone
over and over
yeah,
and
the
over.
proposal the night before for us, and she just watched it over, like you said, over and over and over again. And then she sat, I walked into the kitchen, and she was sitting at the counter in the kitchen, and she had the ring box open for the ring that I'd given her, and she was just sitting there staring at it, and had your cell phone still watching, and she was looking at the ring and looking at the video, looking at the ring, looking at the video. So
cute. And she's a tough cookie.
Yeah.
She is fierce.
Well, yeah, she's a mini me for you. She is a miniature version, perfect miniature version of you.
She takes my fierceness to a whole new level. I mean,
neither one of you are ever at a loss for words, but in that moment she was.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because on Saturday night you kind of were as well. And the one last point on the proposal, as I had knelt and was talking and trying to get the words out and eventually get to, will you be my wife or will you marry me? As I was saying those words, your head was nodding instead of in the affirmative. It was shaking side to side. But the words coming out of your mouth were yes, but your head was going left to right.
I was trying not to cry. I was just it's almost like, just imagine yourself if you think you're about to cry and you're just shaking, like almost like in my brain, like stop, like focus, don't break down, hold on. But then you wouldn't say anything. You couldn't speak either. So I'm shaking my head no, and you're saying nothing. And I'm like,
wait a minute.
This is not. But it felt like it was an eternity. But if you watch the video, it was 2 seconds.
Yes.
It was funny, but I wasn't shaking no. I was shaking no in my head, like no, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Derek, come on, spit it out. So anyway, it was sweet. But again, it was just two head shakes, and then I just said something like, "Oh, you're everything. Yes, yes."
So now we've got planning to do, and
so now we do
everything.
Planning, and it's so crazy. That's everyone. Oh, so when? So what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen you. Didn't get home from work till 11:30 last night.
Well, and on Sunday night or Saturday night, rather, after the proposal, we'd gone to Blake's and we were sitting on the patio. As you recall, one of your best friends looked across the table and said, I want a short engagement.
Yeah.
And another one piped in, yeah, me too. I want a short engagement. So everybody's ready to plan for
Everybody's ready to plan. So, but we'll have time. We're going to travel this weekend. It's a holiday weekend coming up. So we'll go out of town and spend some fun time in the car. And again, that's what we need is time, which is what we get very, very, very little of.
Well, yeah, that's always the struggle. Well, one last time, give your website. Give your Facebook.
Yes.
Your Instagram.
StatusHomeDesign.com. That is one. That is the hub of all things. StatusMarketAndDesign.com. That's the online store. StatusLifeWithLita.com. But you can find all of them. You can get to any of the sites. They're all linked together at StatusHomeDesign.com. And I gave you all the social media platforms. Status Life with Lita.
There you go. Great show.
Thank
Again,
you.
As always.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Status Life with Lita, presented by Status Home Design, your one-stop shop for all your home and gift needs. The Status Market, your online shopping experience, and the law office of Derek M. Hayes. Don't forget that you can enjoy any of our episodes anytime by visiting BusinessRadioX.com, selecting the Gwinnett Studio, and then clicking on Status Life with Lita. This program is also available on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you enjoy your favorite podcast app. Until next time, for Lita Brooks, I'm Derek Hayes, and you've been listening to Status Life with Lita on Business Radio X.